Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. Today I have something from Bushmills. Have you seen this one? I hadn't seen it until one of my super fans said, Jason, go buy it. It was like, where? It's travel retail. I said, I'm not going to fly. Come on, it's Corona, it's COVID. And he said, oh, go online, you can find it. And interesting enough, I did find it. It was interesting because the prices here varied so much. So I went to a Helgoland, for example, here in Germany, is an island that used to be a, what would it be called? It would be a trade-free zone, more or less. We could actually go there. It was duty-free, exactly. It was a duty-free island because it was so far off the coast of Germany. It took about 90 minutes to get there with a boat, and it was really cool. We went there. We'd go for the day, go shopping, do something, take a walk around the island, take the boat back. It would be a wonderful excursion. We lived only about 90 minutes away from the ferry, and so that was very, very nice. But also, there it's 44 euros. But it's also in some German online shops, and it's cost 57 euros there. So 20-30% increase in price. Probably there's some type of middleman there that's taking that cut, so I don't know. All right, Whiskybase number 179021. This is 10 years old. This was American oak plus Oloroso sherry barrel finish, 46%, 1 liter bottle, therefore travel retail. A limited release cask reserve. Now, on the nose, I do get an interesting smell because the first thing I get is Bushmills. What am I talking about Bushmills? I'm talking about the Bushmills 10. All right, the Bushmill 10 has a very, very unique, at least for me, a unique nose. Yep, this is my glass. It's alfalfa. I don't know. My grandfather was a farmer, and I used to help him sometimes. Well, probably I thought I helped him as a child. Probably I was in the way. I was more of a burden than a help. But that's some 45 years ago. But he would actually have alfalfa, and he would make hay out of it, and so on. And that typical smell there. It's a little bit of a lime. It's a little bit of a malty, and it's a little bit of a herbal note here. Getting that there. Now, what I have the feeling is this is, I can read here, by the way. Matured for a minimum of 10 years, this unique single malt is finished in Oloroso sherry barrels, hand-selected by Bushmills master blender Helen Mulholland. Helen's going to retire. Oh, she's been such great things with the Causeway collections the last year or two. I'm so sorry to hear that. It says here, golden in hue with aromas of dark fruits, prunes, and figs. Vanilla and honey flavors give way to raisins, praline, aromatic spices, and rich Spanish wood notes. All right. Were the Spanish, okay, it says here, Oloroso sherry barrels, not a butt, a barrel, so probably a hogshead, and they were probably made from American oak, not Spanish wood. It says here, and rich Spanish wood notes. Maybe there were Spanish woods in here. Everything is basically a seasoned cask anyways there with sherry. And I really get underneath that moment here. Some people have called it, and that's something I wouldn't have picked out myself, but I get it, mustard seed. All right, I get a little bit of mustard seed, and on top of that, I get these sherry moments. All right, so a little bit of that floral, a little bit of that fruity, a little bit of that moment included here. It's unique, to say the least. I really don't have the feeling that this whiskey was created with a long-term perspective. I think they took the 10-year-old and said, hey, we have some wet sherry casks over here. They're going to be a little bit too much for our normal product. Can we throw something in there? So yeah, no problem. Put that whiskey in there for 2 to 3 weeks, and then we'll take it out, and everyone's going to be happy. And we're going to fill it up for 46%, and then you're going to have a travel retail exclusive, and bam, boom, thank you, ma'am, we're all done here. It doesn't seem balanced. It doesn't seem created. It seemed rushed and hurried the whole time, all right? So I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to compare it to something which is somewhat similar. Now, over here in Germany, you're going to pay about 5 euros more for this, but I think it's really, really worth those 5 euros. And that's going to be the Redbreast Lustau. Now, the Redbreast Lustau here is, I did a German video on this about 3.5 years, maybe even 4 years ago. I've done over 2,000 videos in German whiskey reviews. There's about 12 videos that I'd like to retract and do again. And this is one of them. Glengarry 15 Sherry Cask and the Lustau Redbreast here are two of the ones where I like, I don't know, I must have had a bad day or something. I did not really like it. I did not connect with this whiskey the first time I tried it. Maybe I had a Redbreast 21 in my glass beforehand, and this just kind of seemed weak and not worthy, because when I smell this, I just want to stay in that zone. This is the pot still spirit. This is the Redbreast moment. This is the sherry as I know it and enjoy it, the Oloroso sherry. This is weird. This is a little bit funky. This is a little bit out in left field. It just doesn't seem right. And there's a herbal bitterness in there that I just don't like, to be very, very honest. It's something I'm having a lot of problems with trying to understand, deal with, and I'm going to use the word even, I have problems enjoying this whiskey. This, on the other hand, puts me in a safe place. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like. So this, don't like. So over here, somewhere between 45 and 56 euros. Over here, somewhere between 55 and 60 euros. All right. So we're not that far off. By the way, I dislike both of these colors. They're as ugly in real life as they are on the camera at the moment. Who put all the lines on this thing? Come on. What's this going on with all those lines? I mean, no. It's not a pinstripe suit. All right. So I'm so sorry. Oh, and did you hear Bushmills going to have new bottles? Ooh, they're changing a lot. Changing the master blender, changing the bottles. Will it be for the better or for the worse? Unfortunately, my experience at the moment is always for the worse. So the good old days, we wish them back, don't we? Often. All right, cheers. This is a difficult whiskey to like. There's a lot going on and most of it's not good. Now, I have to admit, compared to the 10-year-old 40%, it's creamier. The 46%, yay, thank you. Bushmills, nowhere on the label or on the tube did you put down the words natural color or non-chill filter. Please do that. That's what we want. We, the whiskey geeks, want that information because I think it just might be. It doesn't hurt to put that. Look at that. You have no information here, no information there. You could put it on there very, very easily. Also on your labels, I mean, I could squeeze something on here if I wanted to instead of everything else that's on there. That's, a lot of it's not really that helpful for me as a whiskey connoisseur. All right. There is a herbal bitterness in here that I just dislike. This is not going to be my favorite whiskey of the day, of the year, of the week. This is something that's like, okay, do I really have to try it again? This is a C-D+ type of whiskey. Not good. I took it down to about 40%. It's vegetal. Usually I should be getting some type of biscuits, as in shortbread crackers. Nope. I'm getting a little bit of like a celery, pepper, kohlrabi type of moment here going on. Just seemed rushed and hurried and just not complete like it should be. This is not something I can recommend, guys and girls. Sorry. There is at the end, there's a rush of the sherry raisin syrup coming in there, but it's just not what I expect and what I want. So what does it say here? Aromas of dark fruit, prunes, and figs. All right, vanilla, honey, raisins, praline, spices, and rich Spanish wood notes. For me, a rich Spanish wood note would be a dark chocolate moment that I often get. Not here. The things are just absolutely still combating each other, fighting each other, not in harmony. Not my cup of tea. C minus, D plus, value for money. Not worth it. Sorry. C minus, D plus. Now, if I go over here to the Redbreast, the Listau, like I said, a couple euros more. 40%. Triple distilled, the same thing here. I'm looking for the non-chilled filtered natural color moment, which I cannot find. Come on, guys, girls, please put this on here. We want that. We want non-chilled filter. We want natural color on the labels. Cheers. Oh, I like. That pot still moment really comes through. The nice raisins. It's liquid raisins. Oh, it's like rum covered raisins. It should be sherry covered, but I've never had sherry covered raisins before. Wonderful, wonderful. This is a B whiskey for me. I do not like. All right, so that's the way things are at the moment. Whiskey Jason here. My question of the day is: you have $60, you have 60 euros, you have 60 pounds, and you want to buy a sherried Irish whiskey. What do you do? Do you buy a Listau? Do you buy a Redbreast 12? Do you buy a Bushmills 10? Travel retail? Do you buy something else? Oh, by the way, this is 0.7 and this is 1 liter. Okay, so I have to pay a couple euros more and get less. Sorry. So it is definitely more expensive there. But it is so much better. Yummy, yummy. Why did they both use that same, almost the same hue, that same orange color? Who knows? What would you buy for about $60, 60 euros, 60 pounds for an Irish whiskey with a sherry finish or full maturation? Put it down in the comments, would interest me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much to my super fan that actually here suggested this whiskey. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can find me at Patreon, WhiskyJason. That'd be great. I would hope to see you there. All the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.